All right, let's just jump right in. Most people don't struggle with money because they're bad at math. Not at all. They struggle because they're basically flying blind. So think of this as your 5-minute financial reset. We're going to go from that feeling of confusion to total crystal clarity just by mastering the few numbers that really matter. Sound familiar? That feeling of being trapped, running as fast as you can on a treadmill but just not getting anywhere with your money? It is so frustrating. I get it. And believe me, you are not alone in feeling this way. It's a cycle, for sure. But here's the good news. It's a cycle you can absolutely break. And here it is, the trap, in plain sight. It's this vicious circle, right? You trade your precious time, your life, really, for a paycheck. And then, poof, it just disappears. It gets eaten up by bills and expenses almost the second it hits your account. And then you're right back at square one, just waiting for the next payday. It's exhausting. Okay, but this is the turning point. It's a complete mindset shift. It's about deciding to stop being a victim of your circumstances, where money just happens to you. Instead, you become the creator, the architect of your financial life. You're the one in the driver's seat. So where do we even start this journey? It all begins with one simple, super important first step, and that step is clarity. Exactly. I mean, think about it. You can't get to where you're going if you don't know where you are right now. Building real wealth starts with getting brutally honest. No feelings, no guilt, no stress about it. We're just looking at the numbers. That's it, just the facts. All right, to make this super simple, let's use a little metaphor. I want you to picture your entire financial life as a water tank. Seriously, just go with me on this. This one image is going to make everything click. So first things first, how does this tank of yours get filled up? It's simple, really. Water flows in from just one main source, your net income. That's the cash that actually lands in your bank account after Uncle Sam takes his cut. This is the fuel for your whole financial system. Now, of course, every tank has a few leaks, right? This is the money flowing out. We've got a couple different kinds. First, you've got your fixed expenses. These are the predictable ones: rent, utilities, the stuff you have to pay no matter what. Then you have your discretionary wants, the fun stuff like going out to eat or your hobbies. But then there's the biggest drain. And this isn't just a tiny leak. Oh no. This is like a giant black hole, a vortex just sucking the water right out of your tank. And what is it? It's your total debt. We're talking credit cards, student loans, car payments, all of it. This is the thing that's actively working against you. So, all that water leaving your tank every month, that has a name. We call it your burn rate. And here's the key. To find your real burn rate, you can't just guess. You gotta do the work. Add up every single dollar that left your account for the last 3 months, and then divide by 3. That number, that's your brutally honest average. Okay, let's zoom in on one of the biggest leaks for pretty much everyone: housing. If this one cost gets too big, it puts your whole financial tank under some serious pressure. We call this the housing red zone. So what's the magic number? It's this: 28%. Here's the deal. If your total housing cost, and I mean everything, rent or mortgage, taxes, insurance, the whole shebang, is more than 28% of your gross income, your before-tax income, you're in the red zone. Trying to get ahead financially in that situation, it's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of bricks. It's just so much harder. All right, so we've looked at the monthly ins and outs, your cash flow. Now it's time to zoom out and look at the big picture. We're going to talk about your freedom number. And to find that, we have to understand something called net worth. And it's actually a really simple calculation. On one side, you've got your assets. Think of these as things that put money in your pocket, like your savings, your investments. On the other side, you've got liabilities. These are the things that take money out of your pocket. You guessed it: car loans, credit card debt. Your net worth, it's just what you own minus what you owe. Simple as that. And this right here, this might be the most important takeaway of the whole thing. Your income, that buys your lifestyle today. It pays the rent, buys the groceries, lets you have some fun. But your net worth, that's what buys your freedom. That's the number that eventually lets you choose what you want to do with your time. So how do you actually build that net worth? How do you buy that freedom? Well, it all boils down to one critical number: the gap. The gap is just the money you have left over every month after your income comes in and all your expenses go out. That surplus, that is the seed money for your wealth. The bigger you can make that gap, the faster your freedom number grows. Okay, so understanding all this stuff is awesome. It's a huge step. But let's be real, knowledge by itself doesn't pay the bills. So right now, we're going to turn this clarity into a real, concrete plan. We'll start with a quick checkup, and then I'm going to give you your first mission. First up, let's do a quick diagnostic. And I want to be clear, this is not a strict budget to beat yourself up with. It's just a baseline, the 50-30-20 rule. Just ask yourself, is about 50% of your take-home pay going to your needs? 30% to your wants, and this is the big one, is at least 20% going to future you. We're talking savings, investments, and smashing that debt. This quick check will instantly show you where things might be a little out of whack. So here it is, your first mission, should you choose to accept it. Starting today, number 1, calculate your real 3-month average burn rate. No estimates, no guessing. Number 2, map out that money black hole. I want you to list every single debt you have and the interest rate next to it. You gotta face the monster to slay it, right? And finally, number 3, take a minute and actually define what a rich life means to you. Not to anyone else, to you. So you know exactly what you're working towards. And that's really it. Just by doing that, you've taken the biggest step. You've gone from being a passenger to being the pilot of your own financial life. It all starts right here, right now. Control your numbers. Own your future.